My very first ET Tuesday. Oh my goodness. So, what is this going to be? We're going to find out together. But I will start by letting you know my name is Lynn. I am a former aerospace engineer turned quantum coach and spiritual guide. And I have been a contactee my entire life throughout pockets of time. And now I am coming to you as a disseminator of information. And more details about me, I'm sure, will emerge in time, but this isn't about me. This is about you and how we together can make a quantum leap to get where we want to be in terms of our connection to what we'll call higher dimensional beings. And so I want to start by talking about quantum. I want to talk about taking a quantum leap. And I'm going to start by referencing a little book here, because referencing existing materials is going to be a really easy way that I can transfer knowledge to you that will integrate into embodied wisdom. And so this little book is a tiny little book right here called U2, High Velocity Formula for Multiplying Your Personal Effectiveness in Quantum Leaps. And so what it says is, making a quantum leap means accomplishing far more in less time with only a fraction of the effort you've been given. In this book, we outline a dynamic method for leaping beyond ordinary performance and achieving dramatic breakthroughs. Quit trying harder. Think beyond what common sense would allow. Make your move before you're ready, and look inside for the opportunity. So, this is one of the things that I am here to help people guide into, is becoming their next level self. And I want to relate this. A lot of the people I'm connecting with on this medium, LinkedIn, are fellow space cadets. We have a call to something greater than out there. And so I want to bring this forth as a call to action, that all of this is very possible for us. So I'm seeing so many posts about an Artemis mission to Mars and various probes going out looking for life on other planets. And meanwhile, we have the 1942 Los Angeles air raids. We have Roswell. We have, in recent times, multiple congressional hearings with professionals coming forward with firsthand accounts of run-ins in physical form with off-world beings. And so this is the quantum leap that we're being offered, is that we have the ability to align our consciousness with a reality that I know that you guys already know is true. So if we can align with the reality that, one, these advanced technologies do already exist, and that they in various ways throughout time have been presented to us, then why do we not have them in our possession yet? Well, the easiest way to describe it is that the human soul, the human body, the human mind is all on an evolutionary process. And we are still evolving out of our fight or flight response. And so until we have gotten to the point where we can handle these types of technologies without harming ourselves and others unintentionally, many times, we are going to have to go through the long and arduous process of evolution required to get to the technology. However, if we stop focusing or find a better balance of our focus, instead of putting our all energy on the outside technologies, if we turned that inward and started to evolve our consciousness, two things would happen. First of all, your individual third eye intuition connection to these higher dimensional beings would amplify, and the ideas that you would be getting would feel much more divinely inspired, for lack of better words. Then the second opportunity that opens up, as more and more and more people begin to open to these realities, the creative ideas start coming. We start seeing these increases in innovative thinking. The dominoes start to fall, and all of a sudden our consciousness is at a level where we can handle and there's like so many different realities, right? There's one that gets me really excited, is when there's a ship that gets to touch down at, let's say, Kennedy Space Center, and they get off and we have a formal interaction, right? These are our ancestors in many ways. And so there's this type of resolution. And then there's also a more of a psychic intervention that can happen. So it's available to everyone. And then when it manifests in the physical realm in a way that we can fully see, it will be when our consciousness as a collective, when there are enough people that can handle it in love and excitement and peace and joy. And so one of the things we need to think about is redirecting some of our efforts just energetically from defense into more peace, into what I will call diplomacy. For example, the Space Force. I'm super excited about its creation. It's definitely a sign of what's coming. And I think a lot of people, when they think of Space Force, they think of defending and protecting the galaxy or the solar system. And the reality is, it's like what's out there with what we think we have, we don't stand a chance. It's not even about defending anything. That job is already done. Our purpose with the Space Force is going to be much more evolutionary advantageous if it's focused more towards diplomacy, towards getting ourselves ready to ascend the next level. And of course, yes, we are going to be developing various continued defense mechanism. That is part of the evolution, but it's more for an offensive type use because like I said, humans as a collective consciousness, we're still like really trigger happy and like ready to go and like take on the world. So anyway, this is my first video. I hope you found this introduction fun and enlightening. It took quite some time for me to get to a place where I felt safe enough putting myself out there in this way. And I hope me doing this encourages some of you to start thinking of yourself as maybe something greater than you have understood up until this point. And if you are interested in opening up to that idea and exploring some of these advanced methods that I have to guide you into your higher dimensional self, I would love to talk. So you can send me a DM or whatever, and stay tuned. We're going to be talking about this stuff every Tuesday, and then mixed in with a little bit more grounded stuff and a little bit more embodied transmissions. So I want to thank everyone that's here in my audience. I feel blessed and honored to be here, and I can't wait to get to know you all more. Mwah.